Hello, good evening, and welcome to SoMuchGame. Tonight we're back at it with Stalingrad 42, and we'll be continuing from where we left off. If either of us can remember what exactly that entailed. So obviously, once
Yeah,
again,
that
I have
uh,
Nye with me tonight, who will introduce himself, even though he looks very surprised to be here.
yes, hello. I'm Nye. Internet's a bit spotty over here on this evening. So yeah, that's why I have this presented before you, this beautiful expression of human emotion. And it also might be why I occasionally sound a bit iffy voice-wise, because yeah, bad internet connection. But hey, I'm here and I'm ready to uh, be destroyed at Stalingrad if we ever get to Stalingrad, which we probably won't. Uh,
Don't
which is
think it's
probably,
even on the map, so you don't need to worry
yeah,
about it too much. That's
very
more
true,
of
very
a
true.
campaign game. There you go. You're fine. Don't worry.
Well,
Um.
obviously, we're eventually going to do the campaign game and like go. Oh no, what's the game called? It's the North Africa one, which is like could take. It's like
Oh,
takes
what
forever.
the campaign for North Africa? Yeah, it's like 60. I
Yeah,
think it says 60,000 hours or something like that on it, 40,000,
yeah.
something like that. It's
You know,
insane.
knock out in a weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe that's even estimated on having 5 players, something similar, like 3 to 5
Oh,
players.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, we need to obviously find 3 other people.
Also, we're doing it now, are we? Okay, then.
No, fucking no.
Turn,
That sounds awful.
turn one. Year one, turn one.
Can you imagine as well if like because I imagine it's almost impossible to get like an alt history win where Rommel breaks through, I would presume, because they would I imagine they would have the granulation of like all the supply issues and
Oh,
like the
it
manpower shortages and shit
really
like
goes
that.
all out in supply issues.
Yeah.
Well,
So I imagine it'd be quite
supply.
difficult. Yeah.
If you don't provide
You do
enough
like
food and fuel and ammunition, they're not going to do anything.
but but as we know, the North Africa campaign was super important to the Nazi high command, and they put a lot of attention on it. They didn't just say, "Eh, send someone. It's an Italian problem. We're pretty much just there so they don't lose." I'm being sarcastic. For those who don't know, they really didn't care. They actually got pissed off with Rommel at one point because he was doing too well, and they were like, "Oh no, you were meant to like just not let the Italians lose. You weren't
Yeah.
meant to like win because we're in Russia at the moment. Like we'll come back to Africa when we're done. Obviously, in like a month's time with the Russians because like that we're gonna mop them up
Well,
in like at most 2 months."
that's the whole thing, isn't it? So they're like, oh well, basically, North Africa will become a moot issue if we roll up Russia because then we'll just be up
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Caucasus
we could
oil
just cover in the
fields,
back
and
through
then
the
we
Middle East.
yeah, then we
Yeah.
just yeah. Well, I mean, what are you
I
worried about,
also
Rob?
we will start the game. I do promise. I promise.
Will
I do
we?
apologize as well. But
Will
like,
we though?
it's bizarre to me. Like that's simultaneously a common like alt history thing that people were like, if they just did this, but also is kind of ignored. Like most people do, like the Jets, or like they successfully invade Britain.
Yeah.
But like, even if they got there and like very quickly got knocked out by the Allies, that would still be a pretty big deal if they got to the Suez and just like I don't know, like
Yeah.
put a big boat in the middle of it. Like
Yeah. Well,
it,
it
it
pretty
wouldn't.
much yeah
Yeah,
causes large
exactly. Yeah,
problems between
yeah.
the European and Pacific front.
Exactly, yeah, and like again, doesn't win them the war, but like it'd be really fucking annoying. It'd be like, oh, fuck you guys. Plus, like, it would probably put thingy on. But yeah, it's strange to me. I don't see a lot of like the Wereboos getting like, I've Rommel took North Africa kind of thing. They often get fixated with far more like weirdly
Yeah.
illogical things. Not that winning was ever logical, but I digress. We shall lose the old-fashioned way in Russia.
You're putting a lot of faith in my ability to not faff this.
Well, I
Um,
mean, like in the short term, your guys are losing, but in the long term,
yeah, true.
they're winning. Yeah.
So, as far as I recall, it was your turn. Let me just.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
why
your
why
turn
has
too.
oh no, all my stuff's not loaded. Why is it not loaded?
Was it not loaded?
It's no, it's not loaded. Why is it not loaded? Oh no. No, no, no. Come on, why have you not? Oh wait, no, do I need to click on I need to click on Fall Blau without
No,
setup or
you should be able to go to File and then beneath that, Load Game or Log, or Load
yeah, I'm just
Continuation, something like
sorry
that, and
folks.
grab one of
Yeah.
the latest. Like I said
Yep, yep.
before,
No, that's
I
my fault.
conveniently had mine up as this one, so that I would remember which one it was.
Start new, yes, I will start a new log file, which I'm gonna call turn, well, this is still turn 2.
Yeah, it's
I'll
still
call
turn
this one
two, so
turn to Nye. There we go. Okay.
I
And
think
yeah.
this scenario is like uh 8 turns.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes, I
Uh,
do remember because you had made a defensive line
yeah.
and I was like, oh, how do I
Now
scroll
the
doing
only
that
thing
and then
I
I
can't remember is if you had got through movement yet, or if we had
no,
started.
no, I hadn't done
Okay.
no, I hadn't done anything at all. I hadn't even done movement. We literally just ended on your turn.
Okay.
And I think
Yeah.
we've kind of decided that's how we're going to do this. Is
Yeah.
it takes us so long just to finish one turn, we might as well, yeah, which
Don't
is
know
good
what
because we
you
get to
mean,
just
no.
chill. Yeah,
We're
it's
taking
almost
this
real
very
time.
seriously and
Yeah. Hmm.
really hammering through it.
That's why I put like stickers on the sides of all the Kugelwagons, and everyone's just like, "Why do you keep doing that?" It's like, fuck it, I don't know, man. So yeah, it's not even related stuff. It's like I don't know, like some like a croissant. I guess that would be related because France, but like I don't know, you know, stuff that you get in the
Get your
back of
supply of
magazine stickers.
chocolate now.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So yeah, no, I don't think I'd moved anyone because I feel like if I had,
Why do your
I
unit
think,
say moved then?
yeah, I'll just start moving stuff then, I guess, because I feel like
Just
they wouldn't
saying,
be in the locate.
some of them say moved.
Oh, they do, yeah, because I don't
if
risk.
yeah,
Did
if you
I?
look at 1802,
Oh, I
it's
guess
there.
I
I've not
did.
moved. Although mine say
What the
moved
fuck
as
did I
well.
leave those Hungarians for?
I think
There's just
because
three
we
Hungarians.
hadn't cleared the actual markers.
Oh, I just haven't reset them.
So I will click that. There you go. Everything has been reset.
Okay, okay, okay. So I should be able to start moving stuff again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right. Well, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up, and I'm probably gonna need a little magnifying glass just to see what I'm doing. Okay, so did I do no, we did do now that I remember, we did do my prep stuff though. Because remember near the end of the last one, I got
Yeah.
confused over what I should be using my and you were like, "No, you really should use them now." I think, but I don't think I
Yeah,
moved
like the
anyone, did I?
artillery and stuff. I don't think so. I think what you did is you put in the reinforcements because they're all at the edge of the map
Yeah. Yes,
and
I did. I
things
did, I
like
did, I
that.
did.
I think, yeah, it was basically just all the part of the prep turn, which is
Yeah.
if bringing it up. Uh, so yeah, everything in the initial phase, I think, and then once it got to the actual movement phase, thing, well, it was getting a bit late, and that's roughly when we stopped it, I think.
Yeah, we did. Okay, no, that's fine. Right, what I'm gonna do then is what I think I might do instead of going from top to bottom now looking at it is I might go, um, based on the mobility of the troops. So I'm gonna have my
Okay.
mobile troops move first, if that makes sense. So tanks and shit like that. Um, just because that's probably gonna be easier to keep in track of. Plus, I don't want to just so let's start with okay, so we've got a Panzer division and a bicycle reg. Okay, well I'm gonna start with this blob at the bottom here at 2734. Now these can all move in various speeds, but okay. So remind me again, how big a stack can I make? Four is too much, isn't it?
Um.
Oh
That
wait, no, the
depends.
bicycle
No,
regiment
I've
is allowed,
Jokes
isn't it?
can, well, the Axis troops, as I should call them, can have 3 stacking units plus one free stacking unit. So one of those
Okay,
ones
that
with, yeah, the bicycle unit is a free stacking unit because it has that white line around the
okay.
edges.
So we're gonna have this unit move. Oh, one. This is a bad idea, but two,
That's two
like that.
free because you're moving into a zone of control.
Okay, but that's fine, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
all their movement is
Yeah.
um.
Well, the top
I'm trying to
unit
remember.
is an infantry unit, so the
Yeah, movement
125th
is the first number out of the
is
three
the
big numbers.
third number.
Third number. Oh well, yeah, three is fine.
So
Yeah, three
their
works. Okay,
attack is the first number, their defense is the middle number, and then the final number is their movement rating. So they
okay,
can move to there.
yeah, okay. Remind me again. How does river cross? So that's them done. I've moved them. How do
Yeah.
river crossings work?
In the case of you moving across one of those very small rivers, I believe
Yep.
it doesn't actually have any effect. If I remember correctly, it's more of a defensive thing.
Okay, that's fine then.
Let me have a look because we do have scenario sheet, the terrain charts in there.
I know that big rivers we need to have
So yeah,
bridges.
major river adds +2 or +3, but a normal minor river adds nothing. +1 in rain, but we're not at that stage yet. The weather's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's the yeah, because we can
Yeah,
forward them, or there are probably means of doing so
yeah.
that are not
Its
time consuming.
main advantage is it gives the defend well, it doubles the defender's defensive value when you're attacking across a river. At,
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move them like so, and they have a movement of 6, yeah, because they both have
which unit are you
a
moving?
6. The SS Viking Division
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
Slovenian Motorized Infantry.
yeah. So they can move.
Okay,
Yeah,
so they're gonna
6.
they're
Yeah,
gonna move 1, 2,
3.
3,
That
4,
it. Yeah, you can do that.
and then that's a 5.
5. Yeah, can do that, but you'd have had to go
Yeah.
through 2631. Because if you moved into 2731, then you're moving into an enemy zone of control, and you basically have to
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, but that'd be 6.
But
Oh,
if
do I
you,
have to
yeah,
stop?
if you do,
I don't just take the Oh, okay. That
but
kinda
yeah,
fucks my
yeah.
plan, but
Well, no,
that's
it doesn't,
fine.
because you could go where you moved across the river, then you could have just gone straight down, and then across instead.
Oh, okay, right, I'll move them back then. So they were there. So you're saying just move like this?
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Like
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Okay.
and then it's
That's
same
fine.
thing.
I'm trying to it's pretty obvious what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get right in front
Yeah.
of the tank brigade and the infantry division. Okay, so that's them moved. Next is going to be this one in oh 2628. The 14th Panzer Division is going to move like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, like that.
Yeah.
And it's not crossed the path of these guys, so we're all good. Uh, okay, we're going to be moving this stack on 2. Come on, 2529, and it's going to move 1, 2, 3, like that. Why did you not go with it? Okay, well, okay, wait, sorry, I'm just gonna. There we go. It's the way it should be. I guess because I double clicked on it, it went a bit wonky. Um, Okay, I'm then going to have the Italian blob just basically move forward 1 to engage here. I don't have high hopes for them, but hey, we're gonna have the actually, uh, there's the Romanian cavalry here. I'm gonna move them
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, like that. We've got the Italian.
That also, I think
They're off
this
screen,
is
so I don't
half
know.
movement because it was a primary road. Yeah. And
Oh,
they
okay,
count
so
as
reinforcements can't
non-mech.
move.
They mechanized and non-mech.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Oh, no. I think they count as non-mech, but they just have a higher movement rating. So
Yeah, well,
yeah,
they're
it's just one
cavalry. Like
movement.
they're on
So
horse, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, can the reinforcements move in, or was them
Yes.
entering their movement?
No, they can
Oh,
move
okay,
in
cool.
as well. That's just like, yeah,
Coolio.
rough deployment area. Then
Cool. Right. Well, the Italian HQ, I think is what
yeah,
this is going to
yeah.
move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Stelino. Wait, roads half it, don't they?
If they're mechanized,
Only if they're
which
mechanized. Cool.
yeah,
That's
which
not
the HQ
mechanized.
is. Yeah.
Okay, well, nice blockade that I've made for myself, but fuck it. The infantry division here is gonna go 1, 2. I know I could move it off a bit, but they're both going in the same direction, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, nice big blob around
They
here.
can stack with each other, so
Yeah, I know, but for what I'm planning with them, it's not the end of the world, and I'm not too fussed. So we're gonna have oh boy, there's a lot of folks here. Okay, so this one on 2225 is just gonna move forward 1 like this.
yeah.
Uh, this one on 2326 is also just gonna move forward 1, and 2327 also just 1. Um, the Panzer division. Oh Jesus, where am I gonna put you? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this should work if I'm doing this correctly. So the one on 2227 can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
Wait. Sorry, I was briefly distracted.
that's okay. Um,
Where did
so
they
do you
start
see the
from?
one that's on?
Yeah, I can see which
So
one you
it's
moved. Where did they start from? No.
they started from 2227, and I moved them
Yeah.
up 1, 2, 3, and
3,
then they moved into there for 4,
yeah,
5.
that's no problem.
Okay, and then I'm going to have the I think it's a motorized, no, Panzer division on 2125, move up 1, 2, 3, like
Yep.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to have just this infantry division on 2024 just move like that because big rivers I can't cross without a bridge, can't I?
Um, no, you have to put a unit. Well, you can attack across them. Look what the train chart says. So yeah, attacker halved attacking across them, and the defender would be doubled.
Okay.
So that would be
Um,
very bad if you don't have a unit on the other side. Yeah, or you'd
yeah. No, but you've got
really,
units
really have
covering
to
the
stack
bridges, so I can't
units again.
cross.
Yeah, it's almost like
You're doing
rivers
some
make
good.
great defensive, right?
Yes. Well, you've done good rearguard action. However, I'm gonna unfortunately
Destroy it.
break through in this. Well, yeah, because there's this middle bit here where you've only got a couple guys. So, if I can just
Yeah.
break it during my attack, I should be able to just stream through. Speaking of which, so remind me again, I can't move past unit if I'm in their zone of control, can't I?
No, no.
I can't like do a
You can't like
D&D
split.
disengage without
Yeah,
taking yeah.
you can
No,
move
that
back
makes sense. I
away
was just
from
double
them,
checking. Oh yeah, no, yeah,
but
but
that costs you an extra movement point to basically
okay,
escape.
Twitch and I just saw my face. It's amazing. Uh Okay, sorry. I just had to do that.
How was the sound,
Um
by the way? Because I have a new mic and I don't know what I sound like because I didn't have time to
no,
check.
yeah, exactly. Um okay. Oh boy, looking at my I'm trying to actually think here. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think now how I'm gonna get across this because I know that it's not gonna be in my best interest to it's not gonna be in my best interest to just hold the river because you get a
Yeah.
defensive bonus. But at the same time, I kind of need to move the whole center forward. Hmm. I'll hold off for dealing with the middle right now because I can deal with the top, which is going a lot more in my favor. So the divisions at 1802 are just going to move one space into 1903, just to be right in front of this division
Seems
here.
fair.
I'm I'm going to have a lot of oh boy, okay. Okay. So this blob of infantry divisions here is going to move from 1603 to 1703, 1803, 1904 to be next to the panzers, and that stops me because I'm in front of the tank corps, which is not going to be fun. I'm going to move then this blob on 1604 to 1704, and then 1804, which gives me a nice little thing there. Oh boy, what am I gonna do with you guys back here? Well, I'm gonna give the Hungarian HQ to the Hungarians, so I'm gonna move that. Oh, sorry.
Could also just like retreat if you really want.
I could what? Sorry.
Just retreat if you want.
No retreat. No. This is Fall Blau. We're gonna use all of our fuel and fuck ourselves over by chasing you.
Oh well. There goes my plan.
Yeah, no
Maybe they'll
retreat, no
run away
surrender,
at some
or what?
point. Isn't that meant to be our line? That's also where this this scenario stops, because at turn 8, the not one step back. Well, what is it? 227.
Yeah, Order 227 is where they go.
Is
Yeah,
issued. So
yeah, exactly. Right. Okay.
and then I can actually do
I
determined defense.
yes, you can actually like not have to. But then again, as we
Right.
discussed many times before, the Soviet actions during Fall Blau were intentional. Like they understood that they didn't want to stand there and fight them any more than they had to because they would get encircled. So they just went, "Peace out," and did rearguard actions very valiantly and with a great cost to their own lives, but also never let any big formation actually get caught.
I feel like the picture I've put up is really undermined.
Wait, sorry, I need
Your
to open the Twitch.
explanation. Well, no, just like
Yeah, the duh. Hadoy. It's good. It's got that kind of I don't know. It works for me. Okay. I'm just having a look. Right. I need to stop being. I'm always too eager to just like lose focus. Okay. So we're just going to move. So the 1613, the Jaeger division and the infantry division are going to move to 1713 and then 1812 and then stop here. We're going to have this big blob with the Stoogs and 1714 just into 1813. This is going to be a bad call, but fuck it. We're going to have. Oh Jesus, the Croatians! I forgot they were here. They're gonna just move one like that.
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
no, I'm not putting them up against any of the tanks here because that's just gonna go badly.
Literally also like a regiment, I think.
Yeah, it's just a regiment. I'm actually okay with that because I don't want to move in too much in case you try and do an encirclement yourself. I just realized something. I'll be back in one moment.
While Sny's gone, I will let you know that normally at I think the end of this turn, during this turn, for me, the 5th Reserve Army gets released. Then
I'm back. Sorry. Oh no!
Okay.
What? No secrets. Secrets are no fun. Okay, never mind then. Fuck it. Right, more
I like the
infantry.
idea of like the Axis High Command just sends a telegraph like, secrets are no fun. Tell us what you're planning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their own fucking what were they? Abwehr were either working against them as an anti-Nazi resistance, or just were really incompetent. Isn't the whole thing like with uh Canaris, who was like the head of the Abwehr, was sent to do the like diplomatic mission to Spain, and like every time he went down, there was like, "Don't join the Axis; they're gonna lose."
No, yeah. It's not gonna go
And
well.
he'd come back and go, "Oh, he's a tough
Franco's
bargainer,
that,
that
yeah, he
Franco."
just
Yeah.
he's not
Well,
up
but
for it.
but then what's depressing is the fact that Franco was like, "Ooh, I shouldn't join. I should ask for more things," and that was actually the reason it failed because Spain got a lot of exports from the US, especially, and Britain to a lesser extent. Which, by the way, Britain was bribing like a lot of the Franquist generals, which I find like I find it very like weirdly just like ordinary. Like, yeah, we didn't want to get involved in the war just because we were being paid not to. But yes, so they also didn't join, but Franco was willing to in some capacity, but what he needed from the Germans was just unrealistic for them because they weren't very good at, logistics and supply. So like he wanted a shit ton of grain deposits, but the Nazis went, dude, we barely have enough to feed us. Like
Like, why
that's
do you think we're doing all this fighting in Russia?
yeah. Why do you think we yeah, exactly. And also in a kind of interesting aspect is how he was juggling the expectations of Vichy, Italy, and Spain and Africa, where they were all like, so obviously we're getting North Africa, and they were like, oh fucking hell, okay. Uh, uh I mean, yes, Spain, you can have North Africa. Then Vichy was like, "What the? Well, why are we here? We're gonna lose North Africa? No, of course you're not." Well, and then
No, no,
Italy's
you
like,
could
"Well, what about us in North
definitely.
Africa?" Yeah, and other parts of Africa as well, like West Africa and all this
And
stuff.
with Italy, they were like, you had your chance, really, didn't you?
But yes, sorry, that was a diversion there. I do
Yeah,
apologize. I will keep moving units, but it's just it's interesting how like pointless ideologically it came down to. At very like yeah, they were both fascist nations, but Franco pretty much didn't do it
yeah,
entirely for very I I don't want to say what's the word I'm looking for very I kind of want to say ordinary. Like it seems kind of pedestrian. Like oh, they were being bribed not to, and he just basically was like wanting more than the other party was willing to give him, and that's it. I don't know. It just feels very like
yeah. I don't know what or how much you've read about the Spanish Civil War, but I mean, being bribed not to or to do things seems like a very commonplace part of it.
oh yeah, yeah.
So
And that's why Division Azul existed because it was Franco going, yeah, Nazi German Italy, fascist Italy. You did kind of help me win my civil war, but I don't really want to get involved in your stuff.
yeah,
So here's like a division of those guys, and it's like, yeah, it kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of all comes together in that sense, historically speaking, where it's like, yeah, the Spanish Civil War set up a lot of the relationships that we would see in the Second World
yeah,
War,
yeah,
um, in terms of who would be backing who. Because obviously, like Francoist Spain was fascist and not good. So obviously they were like, hey, we want you guys to win, preferably. And when they didn't, they were like, that's a shame. Hi guys. We're ready to join all these democracies and all this peace business. Yeah. And everyone was like, no.
well, the thing is,
We
they
know what
weren't like, no, no. They were just like, yeah, no.
soft
But
no.
we'll
Yeah,
also
naughty
just
corner
not
levels.
not do anything about it either. You just
Yeah.
sort of be quiet over there, and we'll pretend we've forgotten you're there.
Yeah. I will say to end this, good news about Spain, where Franco had been basically like trying to get the deposed regent's child. I can't remember what he was called. Like he had taken a very personal interest in him taking his position as an autocratic, totalitarian ruler. And he was the guy when Franco died who returned Spain to a democratic rule, which I I don't know. That's one of the few
Yeah,
times where I was reading about history where it's like, oh, that was a good thing that happened based on a person's decisions. That's we don't read that very often in these situations. So, admittedly, though, this was like what in the 80s, 90s, like
Yeah,
or 70s, maybe. I can't
70s.
remember.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's quite late 70s.
yeah,
I
quite
can't
late. Yeah,
actually,
like
to be honest,
very
remember
much
when
quite
Franco
deep
died.
into the Cold War. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Um, right, I'll start moving stuff again. Apologies for the distractions. Um,
In the meantime,
one
we'll
six
look
oh
up when
one.
Franco and then we'll tell you.
Right, I'll move stuff, and if at any point you look at that and go, it shouldn't be there, I'll. But like, okay, so this one's gonna go one,
It was
2. Oh wait, no, the top one's
1975. There you go.
90.
So I was
Jesus,
right. It was the
but
70s back then.
that's 30. That's 30 years of
Yeah,
of
that's what I mean. It
what.
was basically like, oh yeah, well we're a bit busy with uh, the idea of communism at the moment. So what
Mhm,
we'll do
yeah.
is we'll just forget you're there and you be quiet.
Oh, I know that the CIA in classic really fucked up CIA manners. Although, I guess in this case it's
Just get yeah.
evil fighting evil. They did try to assassinate Franco. Obviously, that wouldn't have fixed anything because his entire inner circle was also fascist. But it, you know, but they kept failing repeatedly.
I
Uh,
mean
but yeah, it's
it. Yeah,
it's yeah. I think wasn't
it's
Portugal also
a bit swings and
autocratic?
roundabouts. Like, hey, we tried to assassinate Franco. We'll not tell you about what we did in South America.
Yeah, I mean, when you read stories like that, it's less
Yeah,
like, oh, they were trying to do a good thing, where it's like it more comes off like, oh, they were trying to do the same bad thing they always do. It's just in this specific circumstance, it was against a pretty bad person, but it's still not for the betterment of the people under that bad regime, or I should say evil regime. It was just for their own personal gain, because obviously Spain was like, you know, it's quite an important aspect of the Mediterranean and
yeah,
as a world power and such like that. But yes, I've moved a unit here. I can't move it
yeah,
into 1902 because the top unit is
yeah.
like none of them can move
Is
that
the
far
infantry.
anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna be moving the infantry basically just up to a defensive line,
I
if
mean,
that's
you
okay.
could move that one tank unit in there all on their own.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Not really. Nah, I feel confident in the triple threat that's here. This one's gonna move one, two. Okay. The tank unit here is gonna go one, two, three, four, five, six. Do they classify as mechanized tank units? Do they get half
Yeah,
movement
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
roads? Oh,
Yeah.
they do. Cool. So I could move it like
I believe
that.
they are
Would that be fine?
literally the definition of.
Okay. So yeah, it moved
It's like,
one, two,
yeah,
three, four, five, six, seven. So it's only moved 4 spaces,
yeah.
3.5, I guess. I don't. I guess I could move it further with the remaining two,
Well, yeah,
like
like
across the river, then down
if you
there.
wanted to move it across the river, then you would be on
Like that would
4.
be
So, or what's it?
4,
You did
and then
three and a
five,
half, didn't you?
six.
So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so
Never mind then.
then
Never
it would
mind.
be
I'll
no,
just
no.
leave it
Well,
as
you
it
did
is.
3.5, so across the river would be 4.5.
And then, but then
Then
that'd be
into the
6.5.
hex, 5.5, 6, and yeah. So you couldn't move it
Yeah,
into the hex, but you could move it across the river.
it's fine. I don't want to. I don't want to immediately like try and do stuff. This is the HQ, so I'm just going to move that onto the road for one, and then two, three, like that, because they get a pretty big cone of influence, don't they? Or like sphere of influence, whatever it's called. Um,
Yeah. I keep looking at that little town and going, "Who's Tim?" but obviously the town is called Tim. I keep going, why does it say Tim on the map?
Oh,
The little white dot in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
1504.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Right. The problem is, I'm actually getting the exact problem they did in real life, which is that I'm moving my mechanized and tank divisions really far forward, but my infantry can't move at that speed. Although they were having this problem at the start of fucking Barbarossa, so really they should have learned their lesson by now, but they haven't because hey,
Oh,
it wouldn't be the Wehrmacht if they kept repeating mistakes over and over again with reckless abandon. Right.
maybe if we just do it
Okay.
differently this time, it will
Yeah.
work out. Like if we do the same thing, but
One,
double down on it.
two, three. One, two, three. One, two, and then I'm gonna have the HQ go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. My plan is to Pac-Man the Hungarians into that. Pac-Man, yeah, I guess. Like, I guess no leapfrog. I don't know. I don't know.
It's
They're gonna
very,
come
and the
together because
Hungarians were also there.
um, hmm. Yes, they were. I was watching a thing because it's coming up to the anniversary of Stalingrad, like 75 years or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. Um, like it's just off by like a year to the thing because there's the World War II YouTube channel, and it is quite interesting how integral the minor Axis powers had become and how they were not prepared for that kind of role where it's like obviously everyone comments on them holding the flanks, but like I guess I never really like whenever you read a book about it, it's difficult sometimes to visualize how integral that was, and they use like maps and stuff to kind of show. Um, but yeah, it's kind of insane. It's like, oh yeah, no, you're holding this section of the front on your own.
Yeah.
And it's like as soon as you see the Soviets amass armor, you're like, oh, you guys are fucked. Like properly. Because like our perception of the Wehrmacht at this time can be skewed somewhat because of Stalingrad and them losing. But when they like knuckled down, they could put up a defense. But like the Romanians and Hungarians, it was like, no, no, none of our anti-tank measures are sufficient at all. Oh Jesus. Oh no, this is quite bad. Um the term like annihilated gets used to describe it. I'll move this infantry division just here. Oh boy, what am I gonna do with these ones and just the big fuck off open gaps? I guess this one's gonna move here. Just one. These two are just gonna move one, two, three, one, two, three. I don't know. I've just got a big hole in the line, but thankfully you're on the defensive, not the offensive, so I
It's
don't have to
not
worry
like
too much.
I'm really looking to take Obayan, so
Yeah. Oh, I might just have to leave the center as is. I'm gonna move the reinforcements, obviously.
yeah.
I'm gonna have
Well,
1,
that is the thing,
2,
right? You don't
3.
need to attack everywhere every turn.
No, I know. It's about strategic points and exploiting them. And I have. I've moved north with quite a few of my units
Yeah.
ready to break through again, hopefully. And the south's not as secure. We're kind of seeing the effects of me pushing a bit too quickly with there, but it's the best I can do. You can't really move much without engaging my guys, so that's fine. Um, yeah, there's not much else I could do. Okay, I think I'm done movement-wise, I wanna say. I think. Yeah, I think I am done movement-wise.
Looks.
Yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a clusterfuck at the bottom. I'm trying to create the traffic jam that was caused, during Fall Blau.
You,
A history event, a
going
lot of people don't
pure
seem to.
realism.
Yeah, history fact a lot of people don't seem to remember. Well, not remember, but like talk about is the traffic jam caused, or where
Yeah.
basically all the Panzer division were put into one area. It's like move there, move there, move there, and they're just like, okay, right, oh god, and they all got stuck. I can't remember where they got stuck, but they got stuck somewhere. Not just Panzers, like the whole shebang, like mech and everything.
After you. No, after you. No, after you.
I think it was a little bit more chaotic than that.
Probably.
Yeah. But that's me done movement. I'm trying to remember if there is a not. Is there something that comes after movement?
Yes, after movement, you have. Sorry, I was just looking up how many victory
No, don't
points you
worry.
need to this. But so,
Don't worry
conduct
about it.
rail movement, conduct sea movement, conduct automatic defender shattered, voluntarily put friendly units to retreat and move everything else. And then it's the combat phase. You may attack enemy units or conduct disengagement attempts. So basically,
Okay,
now that
yeah.
you've moved them, you can fuck my units up with them.
Yep, and now we're actually like rolling dice and things.
Yeah.
We're making all right time. It's only been just under an hour. That's not too bad for us. I think we're getting better. At least I think. Uh, okay. So we'll start with my Panzers up in 1903, and they're going to attack into the. Wait, let me do my maths. So it's the front. It's the first big number that is the attack. Yeah.
What units are you attacking with? Sorry. Still looking.
1903.
Oh, yeah. So it's big block.
Yeah.
The 11th
So
time.
24 is the number.
Yeah.
But I get 1 gift up because they're special panzers or something.
So you get tank shift, and basically we'll go through it a bit again.
Yeah, no problem.
Just
For the audience.
For the audience, not because I forgot.
We've forgotten. Yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing to do with that. So combat modifiers. So basically, yeah. Are you? Oh yeah, they're the only units that can attack into that hex. So it would be 24 to. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's just a clear open terrain. Those are unmoved. I did them out of the way to see what was underneath. So pretty much, as far as I know, that should be 24 to 7. You won't get the tank shift bonus because
It's up against other tanks.
Yeah, because that top unit is also a tank unit, so that gives me like negates the tank bonus. But you should get an elite. Oh yeah. So you do get 1 shift bonus because they are elite tanks. That's that red dot next to the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other than that, I don't think that's really anything.
Well, because we now have to do the maths, don't we?
Yeah.
So I have 24 with my numbers if it's the front number that's the attack.
So yeah. 24 divided by 7. Just thinking I might chuck in an artillery unit there just to annoy you, but we'll see what the odds are. First.
Yeah, that might shift it, I think, because if I remember correctly, the reason why I just, like, evaporated one of your units was because it was
Yeah,
multiple tanks.
20. Wait, I should actually start calculating. It's 3-1. Then you get a shift to the right, 4-1 for your tank bonus.
Okay, I need to find my
want
doodads.
Do I want to throw in artillery on that?
There it is. Combat results table. So 4-1, not the worst.
Let me have a look at the stable as well before I let you that. So 4-1 is pretty bad for me. 3-1 is a bit better. So, but yeah, obviously you can throw in air support and artillery if you want.
Yes, I was about to suggest that I might do that.
Yeah,
because it does improve my chances somewhat.
I am gonna add artillery.
If you're doing that, then I'm 100% adding air support.
So I'm gonna add the
I just
artillery from
realized
the headquarters back in Voronezh. But I will flip them. Used. Don't think there's a marker I can throw down for artillery. I'll have a look. Be useful if there was, actually. Really. But yeah, so basically, I get a shift for that. You get a shift for your air support. One shift.
Yep.
Leave so.
So they should cancel each other out, surely.
So they, yeah, basically can't cancel each other out, and you end up with a 4-1.
Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to keep it to 4-1 then, rather than 3-1.
There is a thingy. Actually, you can throw up.
So I shall. Oh,
You
sorry.
can be like, here you go. This combat is 4-1, which is convenient.
So I'm just gonna roll.
If you like start all the combats first and then roll them. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll the dice then, if that's okay.
Feel free to.
I got a 1.
Which is really good for you, I think.
Yeah.
Remember if this is one's good. Defender retreat 2. Oh no, it's
Well, a 4-1 odds is for. I don't know if people can see the screen because I put my Twitch off. A 4-1 odds is the first bracket where you stop getting like stuff that's not great.
Yeah,
because like
attacker
1
or exchange. Yeah,
because like 1-1 there is no winning for you. Basically, the best you can get is you get hurt and the enemy gets hurt. And then like 2-1 and 3-1 are all right, but still the odds are not great. And then 4-1 is where things are a bit better for you.
Basically, you had two less than good results there. But if you'd have rolled a 1 or a 2, you got defender retreat 2, and you get to advance 2. And everything beyond that, I would have taken a step loss and also had to retreat. So
it's when you see stuff like 7-1 odds and like over half are just destroyed. It's just gone.
Yeah. Defender shattered. Defender shattered.
Yeah. Okay. So
So I have to
you have to
retreat
retreat to
uh,
2002.
and become disrupted or conduct
Yep, and then I have
determined
to move
defense, but
forward
I
to.
can't conduct a determined defense, so I just have to move back to. We're gonna go back. There you go.
Okay, doke. Right, and I have to move it to, don't I?
Yeah, you can move forward 2 hexes.
But I can't move into like someone else's. So I can't move into another enemy's line of sight because that would be 2.
Down to like 2003, for instance.
Yeah, could I do that because that is 2,
You can do that,
but I can't attack.
but you won't be part of the attack. Yeah, but
That's fine. That's not my plan
you
to do that.
can
My
use
plan is
that
just
to sort of like maneuver if there's a particular unit you wanted to surround or a particular group, army, whatever, so that you can block off their retreat, so that they either have to do a determined defense or they, if they had to retreat, couldn't and would have to take extra step losses or just be eliminated. So that's
I'm
what's
just going to
useful.
move them here. But
you can, yeah, you can move.
I'm just going to move them there. I'm not too worried about trying to encircle and stuff. I'm not planning to win.
Basically, what that means is if you attack with that stack next to them now, if my unit, the 16th, what's it, 16th tank corps, has to retreat, then I'm gonna have to retreat through 2105 or 2005. Because I can't retreat through your zone of control without taking.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Well, it's a good move.
Thank you. I just, yeah.
Get
Okay.
up on the spot.
I'm. Yeah,
Don't we all? Is that how you're meant
that's
to
what I was
play
gonna
these
say.
games?
I'm actually not gonna make much offensives in the yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make many offensives in the middle because it would just be a waste of like units and stuff. And besides, I'm making my pincers, so it's all
Yeah.
good. I am, however, no, I'm probably not even gonna attack this tank division or tank brigade because it's not really worth it. It's like what, 12 to your 3, but you get a shift up 1. So
Where's that?
it'd be in your tank brigade in 1311. I don't really see the point in attacking it. Maybe I'm doing them. I remember distinctly that you left them behind to like as kind of a sacrificial unit to slow me down. But I can't remember.
Be out of supply anyway, quite quickly.
Oh yeah. No, I know, but like attack wise, I think
they're still in that defensive belt as well, so it.
Yeah. So it's not really worth it, is it? You've got too many buffs. So I should just wait until you're out of supply and then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm fine leaving the middle as is. I don't think it's necessary to do too much pushing there. Because you're not going on the offensive yourself, so it's not like I've got to worry too much about circlements and the like.
That?
Well, currently all the runners can go away.
Forward with all of those very underpowered infantry units.
Yeah. So that leaves me with the south. So first off, we're going to attack 2424 because this unlucky bastard didn't get behind the river in time, and now several infantry units and a panzer grenadier unit are now right in front of it. So let's do the numbers. So that is 6 plus
Yeah.
12 plus 5. So 18 plus 5 is 23.
23. Yeah.
Okay. And 23 to your 4.
My defensive value is 5 plus 3.
Oh, 5.
The
Sorry.
middle
Yeah,
value,
sorry.
so
5 plus 3.
8. And I think he's
8.
just in open terrain. So yeah.
But I get my tank shift.
23
No.
is 5. And you get a tank shift because you have mechanized it.
That was it, yeah.
See if
So is it 6 to 1?
see if Panzer Grenadier Division. Yeah, so that would be a 6-1 attack.
Okay,
I'm
then.
not.
I shall roll.
Know. Let's have a look. He's not really probably going to make enough of a difference if I throw in the artillery to. Yeah.
No, not particularly. I mean, like,
It'll
if
be
you're
a
asking me,
5-1 then.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're asking me, like, it is kind of advantageous because you could get these units to retreat if they don't get, like, really badly hurt, and get them to hold the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
But
gonna have to retreat like. Gonna have to retreat
no, it could.
towards. Well, that's the difficult thing is where do they retreat to? I can retreat across the river, but then basically that HQ in Shilovgrad is gonna get annihilated.
Mhm,
Or I can move back in that direction, but then you can cross the major river.
mhm. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'll just sorry. Now I'm thinking of something else, but no, I'll just stick with what I'm doing.
Whatever
Okay, yeah,
happens,
fuck
they're
it.
gonna have to retreat anyway. They were gonna have to on the 5-1 as well. So.
It's alright. Okay, so I'll roll.
Yeah, go for it.
I got a 3. A
Which
3
is
on a 5.
on the 6-1.
Oh,
It
6 to 1
defender loses one
is
step, and I
yep.
must retreat 3
Surviving defenders
hexes
must either retreat 3
and
hexes
become
or become
disrupted.
disrupted.
So, well, I can only really lose it. Lose one from the top one. Otherwise, they've both been annihilated. I can make your life difficult, though. Not very.
You can. You can always make my life difficult. I was saying, yeah, if you take the bridge on 2724, it means I have to
Yeah.
grab it, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's roughly like one. Retreat that unit there
Yeah.
and mark them as disrupted. And want to be into here.
Okay. That'll be a nice little space to exploit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
and
I
then
had to
I'll
retreat 3 hexes, so I couldn't like close any of the gap there. Which means that you get to advance 3 hexes.
with all of the units or just
I believe so.
okay, well, I already know where I'm
I will
sending.
have looked. As far as I know, yeah.
There isn't actually much they can do. I guess I could move the middle unit because the other 2 are in the yeah, I was about to say, well, I'd have to because the others are in the spheres of other units, so it's only the middle one, on 2325 that would work. Um, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna just
Yeah, no.
If I
So
can move them
every
3.
unit that participated in the combat is allowed to advance after combat.
But that's what I'm saying though, they can they advance if they're in the spheres of other units,
Yeah.
like your units. Because if you look,
Infantry units can
there's
only. Yeah, I see what you mean, but as far as I know, I think they can in that case. That's one of the ways that basically you can like knock out or knock a hole in a line and then move through it. So your mechanized
well, I'm gonna move.
units can move up to the full 3 hexes, but infantry units can only move up to 2 hexes.
Well, I'm only planning on moving them 2 hexes, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I was just gonna move this one 1, 2 like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because these, I'm not planning on moving them because they're already in combat with other, well, not combat, but like they're
Yeah.
in the spheres of other things. It's fine. I'm doing what I was wanting to do, so it's not getting in the way of anything. Okie dokie. Right. I'm not doing anything with the Italians because I did the math for that fight, and that's just 1-to-1 basically. Like I think we
Oh,
get
yeah.
one tank shift, so it's like a 2-to-1. But yeah, it's not
Yeah,
major.
that doesn't look great.
The bottom one, not really. Yeah, no, that's bad. That's just to stop you from. I guess you could fight back and force them to retreat. Mhm. I won't dwell on that. And in this one, yeah, this isn't really. Oh wait, these ones are disrupted still. The
Which
ones with
ones?
the naval infantry brigade. On 2830.
830. Yeah.
So could
Yeah.
my tank go into them and it has an advantage, or is it just forgot to remove
I
the
think on
disrupted?
defense. No, they're definitely still disrupted, but I think on defense it's not as much as a problem. It basically means they can't attack, they can't move faster than tactical movement, so basically they can just retreat a step or go into full retreat, and that's their choices. But I will effective disruption. So may only use tactical movement. They have a zone of control, but cannot create a zone of control bond. But there's a unit in that can. They may not attack, and they have their defense strength halved. So there you go. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They cannot receive replacements, and if they're an artillery unit, they can't flick to their ready side. So
Okay. Well, I'd like.
in that case, you'd be. Oh wait, I've got to check if it was rounding up or down. Just saying, it's usually like a 3 or a 5 whether they're damaged. Come join us to look at the book and read it out loud to you.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I guess while we're doing this, I'll kind of go through my
defense strength
sorry.
halved rounded up. So in this case, yeah, 5 and the 5. So that would be 3, 6. Yeah, and well, it's okay, but like it would start as 1-to-1 because it'd be 7 to 8. And then you have the
It's
tank shift.
7 to well, it's 7 to 8, but does it so the defense
So you
is
start
not affected,
as a
sorry.
1 to 2.
Yeah.
And then you'd have 2 shifts, so that would put it at 2 to.
So that would be a 2-to-1.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus,
which
that's not
is
very good.
not a
I
great
was kind of
table
hoping
to be at.
disrupted. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm not gonna do anything there. God
there's a
damn. Yeah,
lot of
I kind of
chance
fucked
that you'd
myself in
lose a
the south.
step on that as well.
Yeah, no,
So,
I'm not gonna do that then. I fucked myself in the south. That's fine. I'm gonna see what the fucking assholes down here can do.
I think they'll probably do
I
all
guess that
right.
2832. I like how I said that as if there isn't like,
Yeah,
oh, that
as if
narrows it
no
down.
one
Nice.
was. Yeah, well, let's be honest. Everyone was expecting the next combat to be the SS Sticker versus this tiny unit that's sort of trying to hold them.
Yeah, no, they're all. I mean, they're far worse than assholes, but we'll just go with that
Yeah.
because otherwise I'll go on a rant, and we don't want them.
Weirdly, they
We
don't
don't
get
want
an
one of them.
elite bonus. So there you go. They just get a tank shift.
Well, Viking was like the Norwegian, Finnish,
Yeah.
like Danish. It was that whole Scandinavian bit, wasn't it? If I'm remembering correctly, because it was one of their like weird,
Okay.
like we're going to recruit people from other
So
countries into the SS kind of thing. I can't remember the exact nature. I do know that the Slovenian were used in rearguard action, so they were also pretty abhorrent in
yeah,
their
but I thought
conduct.
it
I mean,
also
all
had
German
the
units were.
Dutch and Flemish volunteers. Successful.
Oh, and Viking. Oh, didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Oh.
The Westland
So
Infantry
I'm.
Regiment. Apparently.
Oh, interesting. I saw something along the lines of I think the 100th Jaeger, the ones in Stalingrad, the only Jaeger division, like had like a really weird mix of stuff. Like so there was German, but then there was also like Silesian and stuff like which are of
Yeah,
course German themselves. But you know what I mean, like of like it initially was a division composed of lots of different is it subculture of German? I don't really know what the like
yeah, yeah.
regions of Germany, I guess,
Yeah,
or
all of
Germanic
the
speaking.
yeah,
Uh, and then they did actually get some Flemish and I think Flemish and like I think I don't know, but they also weirdly got like one of the Slovenian brigades mixed in there as well. And I just remember looking at that going, that's a really weird like mix of things for what is
yeah,
essentially for those who don't know, Jaegers were like I want to say light infantry, but like kind of also mountain troops
yeah,
and like they were basically in place for when movement for infantry divisions was important, but they also did stuff like urban combat, combat in forests, and you know, kind of a mix. The Germans didn't really have like they were kind of the closest because obviously like they didn't have like marines and
yeah.
stuff the same way the British and the Americans did. That was kind of what Jaegers were about as close as I can approximate. I imagine someone will tell me off for that and say I'm super wrong and dumb, but whatever. I'm doing this off
I
the cuff with no
yeah,
research like at
yeah.
hand. So
Also, Nio, I feel like you're greatly overestimating the amount of people we'll see.
hey, who knows? Maybe one person will see this and hate us for it. And you know what? Uh, I would want to see their comments and see the reasoning. But if it was a wereaboo, I wouldn't be too upset. I'd be like,
Let,
oh,
let,
okay, cool.
let's be honest, if they hate us for that comment, not
If
sure
they
they're
if
gonna
they hate us for
concern.
saying, that they were gonna lose badly because they weren't very good at like the quote unquote nerd. I think I said this last time. It's like, logistics, supply. That's the nerd shit. It's like, oh god, oh no.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm now just
Everyone
reminded
knows
of the
logistics is very important.
I'm just reminded of the Barbarossa thing where it's like, yeah, no, sir, we're not gonna have enough supplies to meet the deadline set. Oh, but we'll just half the deadlines. Yeah, that's like that doesn't
That's
work. You can't just
you
make
see
them
how
go
that's
faster.
worse, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
worse.
Okay, so you've
Yeah.
got for defense. 7, yeah?
Yep.
And I've got for attack,
A
6
very nice
and 4 is
10.
10.
It's
No,
good for
10,
me.
yeah. It is actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not a great attack.
No,
It's
it's
going to be
not.
1-1,
And I'm definitely not attacking down at the
and
bottom
it's
because
going to
Christ.
stay 1-1 unless you throw other stuff in there. Because obviously I have
Nah,
a
nah,
makeshift
I'm gonna
unit
leave
to
it.
do. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it. I don't need to attack, and it's fine. That just leaves
Expecting more of that
the
attack, to be honest. I
the
defended that area better than.
well, you've done a good job in slowing me down. Obviously, we'll see how the north shapes up, but
Yeah.
yeah, like yeah, that's not good for you there. That's kind of a big
Yeah.
hole that I can quite easily exploit, and you've lost
Yeah.
your defensive
But
perimeter.
have you heard of the Sixth Army Reserve, Nai?
I have, and I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't want to think about how that's gonna. Well, I know how that's gonna come into play.
Mm.
That's gonna fuck me up.
They get released at the start of
Yeah,
turn 2. So
yeah. I can see them. I can see the big
yeah, they're on
stack.
the map, just sitting there,
Yeah,
waiting to do something.
there's a lot of them. It's fine.
I've got to get somewhere
It's
first, though.
fine.
So
Yeah, but it also like it makes sense for
that's
you just to defend the big river. So I'm basically just trying to catch whatever parts that you can't retreat
can't get
with.
across there.
So
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
No.
And I feel confident with the south, even though it's going pits up. Like if I can just exploit it. I'm having a look. Can I attack one division? Like if there are two in front of me, I don't have to attack both. I can attack.
You have to attack one entire stack, but if there's like
Yeah,
two stack, one in one hex, one in the other, you can.
yeah.
You
That's
basically
what I mean.
always just attack
Uh,
one hex. So yeah,
so
that's
you've
not a
got
problem.
7 defense on 3034.
Uh, 3, 4. Yeah, take into account there they are in. They're both
A
a
defensive.
mast, but also a fortification belt.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he has a lot there. I've got 4 plus 7 plus 1 plus 6. So that's 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 6 is 18. So that's an 18 to your 7, but you have a whole bunch of shifts to the left for the marsh and the defensive.
Yeah, I think. Let me have a look at your mechanized because I think that's going to be the main problem. Oh yeah, no, it's all right. It's defender times 2 for me, so that'd be 14, and then I get shift left with them.
Okay. I'm sure. Yeah, no, that's
You
probably also not. I guess I could drop air, but
18,
I
yeah,
don't
18
think.
to 14 is. Then you'd even it out to.
Okay, yeah, no. You know what? I'm gonna pull my attack turn this time because part of the issue is I'm just trying to get the infantry to catch up so they
Yeah.
can support more of the stuff, and I'm just trying to get the south resorted as it's a complete mess at the moment.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
The advantage you have there is like you've pushed it open, and a lot of where they're defending at the moment is open terrain. So I don't know. I'm personally deeply inclined to retreat back a bit further as well, just so that I'm just not standing in a field
mhm.
waiting for you to attack me.
Exactly. Yes, I feel like I've not wasted too much of everyone's time. Okay. Right then. What comes next?
Um, So next up, have it open on PDF. I keep grabbing the book behind me, but is the recovery phase. All access
Yes,
units
I
are
haven't.
disrupted or in full retreat and recover one level. All replacement markers are removed. So every unit, like for instance, in 2634 in Taganrog, you can remove that replacement marker, and I think there was another one up the middle slash
Mhm.
north, in 17.
Okay. Wait, which one? Sorry, has the sorry you cut out a bit with the when you were saying the numbers. Which one
So
is disrupted or?
oh no, the ones with the replacement markers on, the yellow markers that say rep.
Oh, I can get
You
rid
can
of them.
remove those. Yeah. So those units are now fully recovered.
Oh, I completely ignored them as things I could
Yeah.
work with. Okay, I'll put them back in stack.
Yeah. So
Oh, that
those
was actually a
units.
really good unit there. That would have been good to pull in. Oh well,
Well, whilst they had the replacement marker on them, they couldn't really
they
do as
couldn't.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's
I
fine.
think they can
I've
also
got a nice.
really. I think they can only move at tactical and they can't attack.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
you have an extra unit to throw in there, and not a bad one, to be honest. Whatever the
Yeah, yeah,
rules
yeah,
are for it as
definitely.
well. Yeah, and then after that, so after the recovery is supply, you can move up axis rail head markers forwards up to 2 hexes,
So
and
I could move this
yeah,
one like here. Oh, sorry, the one on 2632 down to 2634. I guess I
it
could move.
can be moved up to hexes, I think. Oh no, did I say up to? It
I don't
can
know.
move up
You
to
said
four.
two.
Yeah, 2 hexes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, it can move down into the.
Yeah. And then
So
I
good for you.
guess I'll move. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I guess I'm gonna move 2126 to
Yeah.
2224, just because I don't know. I don't think you're gonna make any big pushes there, so I don't need to worry about you stealing it. Um,
I mean, basically,
and
if I do, it just gets pushed back anyway. So
yeah, I know. And I guess I'll just move this one up, I guess.
yeah, you can move it 2 up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just not put all of our eggs right in front of the giant Soviet war machines.
I don't think they're giant at the moment.
Eh, T-34s were they not big tanks? I thought they were like mediums, were they not?
Yeah. Yeah. But you
It's
know,
still threat. I
I'm
wouldn't want to
I'm
go up against
I've
a T-34. Fuck that.
I mainly meant on a whole. I wouldn't say that what I have in the field at the moment constitutes a big war machine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That is very true. That is fair. I thought you were talking about the actual vehicle size. It's like, I think they're still pretty big. Big compared to eggs. Although you'd hope most vehicles were
Tanks,
big
yeah.
compared to eggs. It'd be a bit concerning if they, well, just any, like, this car is the same size as an egg. Right. Who's it for? Uh, it's for
A
mice. Oh,
chick.
okay, cool. Yeah, little baby chick. Yeah.
Okay then.
Yes. Okay,
I believe
well, yeah,
after
I've done
that,
my transport.
you can spend um your supply points to artillery units, and then it is my turn.
Yes.
I don't know if you have. I don't
I
think you
don't
used any artillery units, did you?
I did not know.
Not really a problem. I will move.
Nope.
Well, I will turn the marker to Soviet game turn 2. So starting off from the top again, it is collect all air units. I don't have any train markers placed in units. Well, remove train markers on any of my units. I don't think did I train. Yeah, train. Yeah. Train marker is gone, and then there was one down here. That was everything I railed in. And then access well, Soviet fortifications under construction are now completed. Ooh, there's something to retreat into. Allocate 2 Soviet resource points. Get 2 resource points. Each player receives 2 resource points. So that's what I can use to flip my artillery units. I am going to use one to flip that unit that I previously used this turn. I'll flip it to ready. One of the points, and then I can use the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Might construct another fortification somewhere. I'm thinking in the south, where we're going to be needed.
Yeah, that's probably where you're going to make the best counter attack.
The problem is I don't want to put it too far behind so that it becomes completely useless. But also, if I put it too far forward, then you'll blast past it before it's even created. Kind of thinking maybe that was also under construction. And then that's pretty ideal. If I start building them here behind the river line, I'm gonna get back to there at some point. Do that. There you go. One back there in 31, 26. I realize now, obviously, I can see the map and where I'm scrolling, but you
Yeah.
can't if I don't tell
No, it's okay.
you.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It
Yeah.
I was doing the same, so
Yeah.
it's all right.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
keeping an eye out on where you're putting stuff as well. Like I'm just scrolling
Yeah.
up and down to see when something changes. So it's all good.
So that is my two resource points. I don't have any supply points. Soviet reinforcements in friendly entry areas. And have a look. I've got the reinforcements. Do, do, do. Game time. Uh, start. Sorry. Ah, yeah. Soviet reinforcements. That would help. Ooh, that's nice. Right. Where am I going to start putting all of them? Units with a C follow their turn of entry over any friendly entry area. C. All other units arrive at either entry A, B, C. Where's area C? Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna bring them all in here. Okay. In area B. So right at the top of the map. Chuck them in the area to start with. That we know they're coming in. I can move them in. No. Okay, so all of the reinforcements. I have replacements that I can use. Help my many ailing units. Any replacements do I get? One. Okay. One replacement.
Oh, I could see them. I could see them forming the reinforcements. Oh, oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you combine that with Sixth Army reserves,
Yeah, no,
you're at
that's
least
horrifying.
that's a fairly decent turn of
That's a lot of
the
reinforcements.
yeah. Find something that isn't disrupted though. If I'm replace suppose the only really like one disrupted unit there, but type of reinforcement was it? Check. just a blank one, so I can use it for a mechanized unit. I'm gonna what's that tank? Yeah.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, you're repairing them, makes sense. Oh, well, I forgot about the actual, like, you know,
Yeah.
all the stuff that's at the middle that is going to cause some problems.
And that should be everything. Gonna check when Sixth Army comes free, if it's like if it's at the start of the turn or whatever. I did that. Yeah. Knowing my luck, it's like at the end of the movement phase, nothing,
Nothing!
nothing, nothing at
You have no power here!
all.
I don't know where this is coming from. You have no power. Yeah, we do. It's 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 the Soviet Union, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
you're
I'm
literally on our
feeling
home
pretty
turf.
confident. Okay, it's gonna go great for us. Oh, yeah, all four units may move normally on turn two. So I can just remove this marker and basically, but, happy with that. That's four extra units. I can move in to take positions. And then we'll be at the start of the movement phase. So I'll start moving. Gonna move two of them. I will rail them. So from down to move these ones down to 26. Yeah, 26. 5 movement. Then the other two, I'm going to move into that new fortification I built using movement. Because they are far enough back.
The Soviet trains come trundling down the line.
Yeah. Just gonna check how I can rail things in. There might be a cap on that. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of trains in use this time. Movement. Rail movement. I can move up to 4 combat or non-combat units per turn per rail. One of the 4 may start from a rail hex on the map. Okay. So the only one I could actually, I'll have to let me do that. Sorry, people.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Send back.
It's okay.
So
I've not been doing much to entertain the masses. I've just been sitting here quietly watching as my demise unfolds in
it's
real
not
time.
not as bad now that I know you can't even, just rail everything about trains everywhere. And for some reason, I think that's all is frozen.
It's okay, sir. We'll just steal their trains. It's not like they're gonna, "Oh, no. Oh, they destroyed them." Man, these guys really don't like us invading their country. They're, like, destroying all their shit so we can't have it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So that's going to be my one unit from on the map that I rail into that location I just built in 2606. The others will have to use extended movement to move about. Then I can rail in another 3 units, but they all have to be units that came in from off the map, which is kind of fine by me because then I can get a lot of those top units somewhere where they need to be. Let's see what fronts could really use shoring up. I know some.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, dear.
um, rail things down. Obviously, as long as there's a connection, I can pretty much go unlimited movement. And there's one more unit I can move in by rail. It's gonna be this one. To shore up my various problems in the south. I don't know if you know this, Nye, but some bits it's not looking good for.
You have a lot of trains.
Well, I've used them all now, so I'm all out of trains.
We're
The
all out of
cavalry
trains.
unit will just have to move in on their own. But I think they can manage that being kind of want them in that sort of area anyway. Not too bad, really, are they? 5-5. So if I move them down along that road, 1, 2, 5, 4. Okay, that's all the reinforcements and stuff moved about, and the rest of the units point. moving around markers is the start of my next. Okay, there's not much point in the units in 2000 being up there still. Probably going to make a big hole. Be more useful. So a disrupted unit can use tactical movement. In which case, I will move these back one. That's 2 hexes. Tactical movement. Up to 2 hexes. I might move them back 2. Yeah, 1 to 2 hexes. I'm going to move them back to there.
Mm-hmm.
In their stead. Here. These lot are hopefully going to recover. They're only disrupted, so they should recover. At the end of this turn. I'd have to disengage this. I have to pull that line. Everything here-ish. So everything's the 16th. Tank Corps, the 14th plus 7th Tank Brigade and stuff. I'm going to have to pull all of them a bit further back again. But that was to be expected. Move them to there. I'm going to move these down one further to there. They'll form a lock box in a minute. There. Gonna check if what like how easy it is to move out of an enemy zone. I think I can use this then. You're right, Nye.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just it's okay, don't worry. I don't really know what to say because I don't want to distract you if you're trying to think about what you're trying to do.
You should be
So I'm
trying
just
to
kind of
distract me.
it's why you were hired for this role. You need to distract me so this game can go on for eternity. I don't really know. I was trying to think what have I been looking at? What was it? See, it's not really a lot of World War II stuff because I don't like to just listen to history stuff about World War II. It's interesting. A recent thing I've seen pop up is people talking about the what are they called? The Vazer family, a German like banking family who were the ones who set up the first colony in Venezuela, and I believe are the people that gave Venezuela its name. Um, I don't know why, but like 2 videos of channels that I listen to did them, like, in less than a week. So evidently that was something people wanted to talk about. It's quite interesting. It's it's also, the usual kind of depressing stuff about how European colonial powers went over to the Americas and were like, "Awesome, this stuff's great. Oh, wait, there are people here? Never mind." With a
Yeah.
particular note being that the Germans in question were wanting to find El Dorado, uh, and were very depressed when they realized that, south of their territory, which was just on the coast of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
was not a big ocean. Well, Venezuela, you know where Venezuela is,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, uh, so obviously, as you know, if you go south from Venezuela's coast, you're just going further into South
For very long.
America.
Yeah.
They and they were quite sure that they would get to what obviously we know as the Pacific Ocean, and they weren't wrong. It just took them a lot longer than they were anticipating.
Yeah.
Uh, and they ran into a lot of people who they did not treat very nicely at all. And I guess in some retribution, they didn't treat them very nice when they, were trying to get through. So I mean, retribution, I guess. But yeah, not the happiest of
Yeah.
stories, but it's interesting because obviously we don't really consider uh Germany or Germany's, well, obviously Germany's, we know it didn't exist then, but like, you know, that kind of aspect of South American history, because obviously we think of the Spanish, who were also there, who I think, if I'm remembering the tale correctly, when they finally got to where they thought El Dorado was, the Spanish were already there and went like, "Yeah, there's
Oh,
no
no,
there's no
it's
golden
not
city
here.
here, and
Yeah.
it's
Hey, we were looking for
kinda
that as well. It's just not
yeah,
here.
bit of a downer. We got all the silver though,
Mm.
and we keep bringing it into Europe, and that's never gonna cause any problems.
What's that?
Ah, yes. As someone who doesn't have the greatest grasp of on economy, I do like how history is full of people making a mistake that even I could understand is a bad call. It's like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in lots of one thing in a very relatively short space of time and flood the market, and nothing will go wrong
Yeah,
because more is better, obviously. Duh.
how it works.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
well,
It is
speaking
unfortunate
of
because this is
health,
just kind of the nature of oh, sorry.
well, what I'm doing is so, as you may have noticed, and I may have done that a little prematurely, but I moved the 16th tank corps from where were they in 2000? No, 1905, I think. With extended movement across the river,
Yeah. Mhm.
which I probably shouldn't have done because I probably needed them to help create a
Mhm.
defensive belt just in front of the river to sort of hold you back for a turn long from reaching the river, after which all of my units would have been nicely defensively hidden behind that.
Mhm. Yeah, well, I've kind of figured
Because,
that it would be
yeah,
a dangerous situation for me, so I decided not to do
it's,
that and just built the perimeter. Um, on the off chance that we managed to break something in the center, they'd be ready to, like, trundle in through and catch anything, but no, I don't think that's gonna happen. The north is where it's at, and the south. What was I gonna say? I guess while we're just doing this, and to kind of fill the void, I should prepare conversation pieces because the problem with these games is it's the kind of thing you would have on a big table while you're drinking a
yeah,
beverage, just kind of mulling over stuff. So,
I can
last night
imagine.
after the D&D stream I was in, we talked about Christmas movies,
Yeah,
and, somebody I can't remember the exact situation, but they were talking about, um we were talking about, like, bad ones that we don't like, and I brought up, the film starring Tim Allen called Christmas with the Cranks, which if you don't know, is the other Tim Allen Christmas movie, although it did not become as successful as Santa Claus. Another movie I'm not super fond of. I don't dislike it as much as Christmas of the Cranks. If you
I
don't
know
know,
exists.
yeah, if you don't know what the plot is, I'll explain it. Basically, Tim Allen, and no, I'm not going to remember what his character name is a guy who so it's a couple and their kids moved out, like she's grown up, she's I think married and has a baby on the way. I can't remember the exact details. And they want to kind of do that thing that parents always do where they have to like kind of like avoid getting empty nest syndrome and stuff like that. So they don't want to do Christmas. But the thing is, they're renowned in their neighborhood and kind of within the community at large as having like really ostentatious Christmas events. So they get a lot of hassle for it. And that's pretty much the movie. And to be clear, Tim Allen is not a gracious character. He is just as bad as the annoying people that are bothering him about Christmas because he just loses it. He immediately, I should note this, they like mildly inquisitive, like, hey, why are you doing the Christmas? And it's a bit like they're annoying about it. Like if it was a situation that I had to deal with, I just imagine being like, not really any of your business if I want to put up decorations and have Christmas caroling and stuff like that. But like he does not handle it well, his character, and I get that that's the point of the movie. It's kind of one of these comedies which is about seeing really insufferable people be insufferable to each other. But I don't find them fun unless like the point is that you're not meant to like them like throughout the whole thing. But
Yeah.
because it's a Christmas movie, uh, everyone gets redeemed at the end, and they do have the big Christmas do, and it's this whole thing. And I just remember, like, I can't remember when I first watched it, but I watched it when I was wee, and I just thought this sucks. And I watched it again, like on TV, like only a couple years ago, and I remember thinking, as an adult, wow, this sucks. And yeah, that's the only way I can describe it. It's yes, while you're
Yes.
frantically moving. No, no.
Quickly
If I'm distracted.
defend Ollie's.
If I'm distracted, you just say, and
No,
I can
no,
pipe
no.
down. But
I do actually
but
know
yeah,
the film
I
you're
really.
talking about, so don't worry.
Oh, do you know the
That
movie?
makes
Okay,
it
excellent. I
easier to
guess that
follow. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
my
you
description is for the
forget
audience.
how many more Christmas seasons of films I've had to sit through.
That is also very true. The thing with it is that like from where I'm coming from is that a lot of people really like the first Santa Claus. I'm not talking about the other Tim Allen Christmas film, and I don't mind it. It's probably the only film I think they actually make him like an okay protagonist. Because like every other film, for whatever reason, they really don't like make me want to like him. And I know Tim Allen, the person, is not really a likable person in real life and has some really bad conservative viewpoints.
I was just gonna
But
say,
like, yeah,
oftentimes that's just a
but
reflection.
like, surely if you're, yeah,
Oh, I
surely if
grew up
you're a
for this
director
role.
though, your job is to make the character we're meant to like likable, but they don't. They're not very good at it, which gives me the kind of bizarre theory that like he's like, no, I'm my character through and through. I'm an insufferable piece of shit, and it's like, oh, but yeah, Santa Claus is the only one where I think they somewhat achieved the goal. It's just the goal is a really like weird movie that I don't super love. It's like, yeah, he killed Santa Claus and now he must become Santa Claus. And you're like that's a fucking horror movie pitch. Like there's actually a film similarly about a guy who has to become a clown. Like he puts on a clown costume for his kids and he's like, wait, I'm becoming the clown. And it's a horror movie and it's schlocky, but it understands how terrifying that concept is.
Yeah.
But in the film, it's played up as like cute, like, oh, he's becoming Santa Claus. You're like, can you imagine how fucking terrifying that is? And yeah, that's the thing that kind of bugs me with the film is it's a horrifying concept if you had to go through with it. But yeah,
Yeah.
and the two sequels that they did are truly garbage. Like I actually quite find them really annoying and frustrating. Especially the second one. Like the third one just feels like something you'd get in a DVD, and like that's it's whatever. It was in vogue to have like the third thing of something beyond a DVD, but the second one's like really annoying to me because it's like you need to be married. It's like wow, that's a weird like thing. No, kids won't like Santa unless he's got a Mrs. Claus. It's like really
Are you
that
sure?
that's a really. I mean that's shitty for everyone involved. It's like, yep, you gotta get married. She's gotta be Mrs. Claus. That's it. You know. That's just my thing. It's such a. Uh,
Don't worry, I am listening. I'm just
but
also still thinking how I
sorry,
can bring unit.
no problem. It's fine. I will stall for time. We are getting close to the cutoff point, but it's all
Yeah,
right.
well, basically, I
If you
was
sort your
gonna
unit,
say, yeah, I'll finish off my movement and then wrap that up.
yeah. But what I was going to say was, I'm trying to remember what the film the my friend was referencing, because it's another one that I remember watching and just like bouncing right off because again, it's that kind of you're watching people bicker and that's the comedy, and it's like I guess I'm now gonna have to fucking explain this now. Like, I don't dislike that as a comedy element, but if you're going to have just basically unlikable characters or like grumpy characters be grumpy at
Yeah.
one another, then you've either got to write them in such a way that I sympathize with them and possibly even empathize with them, or you've kind of just got to make them unempathizable and therefore it's impossible to relate, that kind of thing. Like, but that's the appeal. It's horrible people being horrible to each other. Therein lies the morbid humor. But a lot of the films that I see, especially the Christmas ones, they try to cut the middle, like to get that perfect middle of we're not really like it's hard to empathize with them outside of they're people and it's Christmas. And it's like,
I believe, yeah, I've stolen some
I have to
movement
look up.
from you.
It's got Danny DeVito in it. I've got to look up it now.
No, I just looked it up. It costs no additional movement to move into an enemy zone of control, but it costs 2 movement to move out of it. So I stole some movement from
Deck the Halls, that's what it's called.
you. Oh,
Got got I can't even remember what the other person's name is, which is Matthew Broderick, that's it. Matthew Broderick is the other dad because it's dads. That's something now,
that's
Lewis. You
always.
could get your own Christmas movie as a dad because everyone likes seeing dads get frustrated at Christmas.
Okay.
That's a common theme, right? That I think a lot of
I
Christmas
mean,
movies that are like just
that is most of my Christmas, yeah.
yeah,
Because
parents
I'm a
being
grumpy
frustrated at
person.
Christmas.
No one should make a film about that.
Yeah. That's something horrifying. Can you imagine that if you became the
Also,
Santa
I feel
Claus?
like I'm not redeemable as a character.
You shall become the Santa Claus. What if I say no? Well,
But then no
that's
one
the
would
other thing
get
I don't really
presents.
get is it's like the way that they make it like it sorry, I'm now gonna deviate on this.
Yeah,
The way in the story they make it clear that he has to is that they basically transform him into Santa, right?
yeah.
But you're kind of sitting there like, and this is not a nitpick because the film has just it's not that thematically interesting to me. But like a kind of jokey thing I always say is it's like, what if you were cool with that? Like, what if you were like, yeah, no, I'm all right getting a white beard and getting white hair and putting on a bit of extra pounds and like having a jingle bell
I
heartbeat or whatever.
yeah. I mean, like other than the heartbeat part, it's sounding a lot like my life anyway. So either I am
Well, no,
secretly turning in
apologies.
for Christmas.
I didn't mean to say it like that. But like I just like I was sitting there thinking it's like also like in this there's so many little things in it that just can't bug me. Like I remember he's in the board meeting and like everyone's weirded out by his order, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big order, but like you don't have to look like you don't have to grimace and recoil as he like gets quite a loaded plate of sweet treats. It's like Jesus Christ, that's just
Once
no, it's just
again,
mean.
I feel a lot of
You feel kinship
overlap here.
with
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
What Christmas movies do you
Actually,
like?
I probably could finish up my turn because I'm not going to attack anyway. And then
Yeah,
after
that's
that,
fair.
the only thing that's
We
really
could
left for
start
me to do,
on
so I can skip. I've done my movement now. I can skip the
yeah.
combat phase and then go straight to the recovery phase, which is just like everything disrupted becomes undisrupted. Everything that's full retreat becomes uh, disrupted. Unless they're in an EZOC, then they have to roll for it. All the replacement markers are removed, and then supply. So I think, yeah, I might just do that quickly, if you don't
I think
mind.
Christmas movies I like
Because like,
while you
basically
sort
it's
out
me
your
going, poof, fly disrupted. Everything is back in good order.
everything's back to normal.
Feelings somewhat better about my chances now. Oh, a lot of the units. They may be undisrupted, but that replacement.
Quite like
Yeah.
well, I try to think now. I quite like Tokyo Godfathers. That's quite a lovely Christmas story. I mean, it's an anime, so I always feel like I kind of but yeah, that's quite nice. Um, and that like works in the kind of like um what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Like another thing that I kind of find not like annoying, but always just a bit like too easy. I think the best way like, I should justify what I'm saying, like, a lot of things I'm complaining about, it's not that they don't work, it's that it's easy to use them as crutches and not actually understand why they're there. So going back to, like, having crappy, terrible, or just grumpy people be crappy, terrible, or grumpy at each other, that's a very compelling story, but you need to write it in such a way that as I said, either the characters are people I can emote with, or I can't, and that's the point. Like, there's not a middle ground between. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I've
I
completely
forgot to
lost the
use
plot with that
some
one now.
units. Oh, I got what you were saying.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity there for a compelling story, but yeah,
I'm trying to think. I know there's a couple where it's like, yeah, the
using
conceit
it
is
all
that they're
the
not good
time.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
which is the other thing
um,
that bores
I
me.
forgot
Oh,
to
sorry.
move the rest of the Sixth Army Reserve.
Oh, do you want to? I feel like that's
Can
an
I?
important thing to
That's up
move.
to you.
Yeah. No, you go for it, go for it. We're wrapping up anyway, and you know what? You would give me the same, option, so yeah,
Oh.
go for it. It's no bother.
No, yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I can't really think of many other Christmas films, like, I really like, in that kinda way that's, like, you wanna watch it at Christmas kind of
Yeah.
way, because there's lots of films that are Christmas themed that are like, yeah, but then I don't feel a particular attachment to them, like, for Christmas. Um,
There's just
and I'm
lots of
not
films
the
that
biggest
they just showing.
I'm not a big Christmas person as is.
Yeah.
But now that I have all these friends maybe I will be friendship. That song came off
You
sarcastic. I
may
apologize.
you
That was not my
yeah
intention.
you'll suddenly shout out of your window on Christmas morning to
Yeah.
some passing orphan and ask them to go and get
There's
food.
something I like. You know what? I saw something great, but I really like the Muppets Christmas Carol. I actually legitimately think that's a really good movie that people should watch. There we go.
There you
Yes.
go. Not wrong. So, you know,
Yeah.
good for you.
It is nice.
Anyway,
I like
I
that one.
have removed all of the disrupted markers that need to be just removed. Everything's moved that needed to be moved. So if I quickly scroll down the line for people watching at home before we finish up here, we can say that's the end of Soviet turn 2, and then we'll
Yep.
be heading into the Axis turn 3 next time, which won't be next week because we're filming something else during the middle of the week.
Yeah. And yeah.
For those of you that have been following Winter with Paris, of which episode
Yes.
1, which
Very
is
excited.
technically episode 2, was
Mhm.
released today.
Yeah. I do hope people
Yeah.
watch it and have fun. I have been having a lot of fun GMing. I'm excited for next week.
Anyway, to go down the line, starting from the north, I'm feeling a bit more confident about my defensive line now. Like, I feel like it's enough to hold you off of major rivers for
The
one
big the big
turn.
one, the way I'm looking at the north is pretty much solidified pretty well
Yeah.
that it's probably gonna be a pain once I get everything up there. The center is also pretty strong.
Still
It's the
difficult.
south I think is gonna be the big swing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if I can get my shit
There
together,
is. Yeah, you've got more space now to
actually,
to double up units onto
yeah,
parts of the line. So yeah, but
yeah,
I think
it's
it's bought me just enough time that I can retreat
yeah, you should be able to retreat
next turn.
before and like shore up the
Some
defenses. The
extra
key that I'm seeing is like, um, will I be able to like it's basically a race against
clear.
time. Can you like retreat and build a defensive line before I grab you, basically,
This unit, by the
or
way,
break
is
through?
out of supply. They may also the unit in 1311, which we expected. They may also be isolated. Gonna look that up.
So what does out supply do to them? You know what? We're
Uh,
about to end up. We can talk about this next time.
well,
It's fine.
we can, unless you're looking to run off quickly, I can tell you what out of supply does.
No. You can tell me now. I was more worried that you would need to run off, but it's
Yeah.
okay. If it's okay, it's okay.
So out of supply, mechanized units may only use tactical movement. Non-mechanized units are unaffected because they're just fit foot anyway. Its attack strength is halved. It is limited to a 2 hex after combat advance, and it can't receive replacements. They do, however, retain their full defensive strength, zone of control, tank quality, and tank effect.
Okay, so yeah, they're basically
Obviously,
just
they're out of supply now. If they become isolated, then it gets worse. Then they start losing. Well, then I have to roll pretty much to see if they lose steps.
yeah, because currently now they're sitting in a pretty
Yeah,
good
they're
spot
out.
where they're on that defensive
Yeah,
line and
but they're out of
they have a
supply
river
now.
defending
But
them.
yeah, but next turn they're gonna be rolling for isolation.
So it just makes more sense to starve them out. Although you are holding back what, 2 infantry divisions? 3 actually.
Is there? Oh, is there? Is there
There's one ahead which is
Oh
stopping
yeah,
you from retreating.
yeah, true. Yeah, basically those the 57th and the 305th and 389th are in front of it, but they're also what's blocking it from scarpering.
Yeah. Sorry, there was somebody at the
At the
door.
door.
Yeah,
It happens.
it does happen. But yeah, okay, interesting. It's still effective though because like I have to, as I said, hold back infantry units, which I could really use as
Yeah,
fillers for the front
pretty
that's
much.
just sitting there.
Those 4 or 5 infantry units that are around it are what's stopping me from running away. Obviously, keeping
Exactly.
the 75th and the 168th back from advancing, but
Yeah.
the 57th, the 305th, and the 389th are also sort of blocking it. So if you move them too far or leave a gap, then they will probably retreat quite quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I think that is the end of turn 2.
Yes, it is. Turn 3 on the
Turn
horizon.
3 will become. I'll move us up to turn 3 and flip. It be your turn first. And then we'll save this. Which is always interesting for people to watch me do at home. Sorry about that. And then we will be off, and I will let you go now. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully you'll join us next time. Whenever that might be. Won't be next week, but it might be
Probably,
the week after that.
yeah, it might be the new
But
year,
yeah,
I
it
would
might be the
imagine.
new year because the holidays are quickly approaching.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit tricky to keep
Yeah,
this
well,
stuff because I'm pretty sure the
Christmas
thing we're
is on
doing next
Boxing
week
Day
will
and
be the last.
so
Yeah,
on a weekend as well. So
yeah,
and on that a lot. But thank you for watching in general. And
yeah.
is there anything you want to add to anything before we go?
No, nothing crazy. As always, if Lewis adds my Linktree, that's got all my stuff. Um, there's not really anything, and to be honest, the only big thing I'm doing at the moment is A Winter in Aris, which is on SoMuchGame. So yeah, if you're watching this on the
It's really
YouTube,
good, and you
it's
should watch
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I was a bit pessimistic because I was worried that I wasn't doing a good enough job, but a lot of people have said they like it, which is
Yeah,
nice. So
I have
yeah,
heard similar comments. So there you go.
yeah, awesome.
You've been doing a
Dope.
great job.
Well, thank you. I have wonderful players to have a lot of fun with, and lots of crits, which has been a lot of
Yeah,
fun as well. Or not crits, but like
like
good
really good rolls.
successes. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think
I was like,
even
how?
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
but
I've ever rolled that well.
that's TTRPGs. When you get good rolls, even the players are like, "Oh, I didn't actually expect to do that well on it." So I had to think of ways to like reward all the good rolls. So hopefully they'll be good rewards, I should say.
It remains funny listening to you say very serious things whilst all I can see is the picture I put up of you.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've said very many serious things. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you everyone once again for watching. Thank you, Nai,
Yeah,
for
thank you.
playing. And we'll be off now. So goodbye, stay safe, stay gaming. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.